Hello guys, welcome back. It's Big Dame here, coming back at you with another video. I do want to say I started a Patreon, so if you're on Patreon and you're seeing this early, you have my thanks, and you can find the link to that in the description below or in my bio for my channel. But I want to say thanks for all the recent support. My YouTube shorts have been blowing up recently, and it's nice to see that this channel is growing a little bit, because it was kind of standing still for a little while, but it's nice to see. And I wanted to make this video on Squirrel, not because I like playing as her. I actually don't really care for playing as her, even though she does have a pretty fun kit, and I did have a nice time making this video. I want to say that I think she's being misused by people, and a lot of the big streamers and like people have been saying that she's not that good. As of right now, I don't know about any nerfs or anything, which she probably got some within the last season, but I do want to say I think she's still pretty good, at least in quick match and just in general games, or even in lower ranks, because every time I play against a Squirrel girl and I'm playing support or something, I'm basically done for, because if I'm the one support character and all of a sudden I'm trapped and I can't move and I got 3 people aiming at me, I'm kind of screwed there. But basically, I feel like people are mistakenly using her not as like oh, her abilities are being wrongly used, but she should be used like artillery in a sense. You should just be launching her ability, her weapons and stuff everywhere. Her projectiles should be bouncing off of walls, and you should be launching them halfway across the map. You should not be throwing them like you're Hawkeye aiming directly at someone. Sure, it's going to do damage, but the best idea is to try and hit multiple targets with her projectiles off of a wall or something. In my opinion, the wall is probably the best thing to use to be able to counter people, especially since she's pretty easy to play. I mean, you see, at the end of this game I had almost 15,000 damage, so that is a lot of damage in the sense for, we still lost the game and we got whooped, but I'm over here doing a lot of damage, making sure, people who are low on HP or people who are still full on HP, just doing a little bit of damage here and there to everyone, because, her projectile has such a big radius that you're gonna hit a good chunk of people if they're standing next to each other. But also, I should say that do not be afraid to use her reload and jump in the air, because I feel like every time I see people use her reload, they're just launching the little standstill attack, where you forced to stand still for a little bit. It's not always the best option. Sometimes you gotta get out of there. So instead of forcing one person to stand still, but you still have 5 people coming after you, use your re-up and get out of there. And I mean, mostly I wanted to make this video just to educate people, just that little bit, because I feel like Squirrel is a cool addition to this game. At first I was like, why wouldn't you put Deadpool or something in, a bigger character? But I do see why, because she fits this game pretty well in terms of just using her projectiles to bounce everywhere and being able to do a ton of damage. She's fun to play, and in lower ranks she is pretty OP. But I mean, once you get to higher ranks, you're kind of gonna be screwed by all of the actual good characters in this game at this point. But I wanted to mention that you should be using it as artillery. As I'm showing on screen now, you can actually use them to hit multiple targets, bounce off of walls. I know it's just in the practice range. Here, I'll show you another clip because I have several. But it makes perfect sense for her to just be not directly hitting them and just bouncing off of the walls. Making sure that you're not being hit, constantly jumping. It's like what I like to do with like all the smaller characters like Jeff and stuff. You know, they're going to be aiming towards the floor, so if you jump on most of their targets are going to miss you. And not everybody has projectiles, so. But as you can see, as I'm checking, I have 9,000 damage already. We still have 3 minutes left in the game. If, you know, my team hadn't been absolutely steamrolled and, you know, inevitably losing the match, we would have probably won the game, and I probably would have got MVP, but, you know, that's besides the point. But all of this is to say, make sure you're not directly hitting them unless you absolutely have to. Aim at the floor, aim at the ceiling, aim at the walls. Don't aim at them, but aim to do damage at them, because being able to hit them is nice, sure, but you're not going to do as much damage as if you're bouncing it off of a wall or something. And your goal should always be to hit multiple targets. And that shall be all. Hope you enjoyed. I know it was short. I'm glad I can finally do videos like this, and one take, technically two, but my first one I had my audio not muted from my TV screen, so that was not so nice. Once again, please join my Patreon. I'm trying to increase like my videos and how like they function, and trying to do more with them. I'm going to be doing a lot of ranked this season, even though I know it's kind of like we're already like a few weeks into the season. You know, what's the point? Most of the good people have already gotten to their rank. But I mean, I'm still in bronze, so I don't play much ranked. And when I do play ranked, I seemingly get teammates that leave the game, and yet for some reason I'm still punished for losing when I only have 4 people instead of, or not 4 people, 5 people instead of 6. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Big thanks for all the support recently. I hope you had some entertainment with this video and or found it educational, because being able to learn and get better is always the best. It's always fun when you can actually like tell, you know. I used to play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, and I got to decently high ranks, not to the highest rank, of course, because I'm not great at the game, but I was doing well for a good time, and I could see my progress. And I feel like for a lot of people, that is some of the most satisfying stuff that you can do, is, you know, actually tell that you are making progress. So I hope this video was found educational and fun for you guys, even if it was just for a little bit of time. Have a good one, and I'll see you later.